Have your eyes closed if that's comfortable for you, but let's just start off with breathing in and out of the nose. As a way to start to arrive here to this practice, to the mat, to the body, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. And if you'd like to, you can start to just kind of play with the breath a little bit, maybe giving yourself a rhythm or a pattern. So your inhale is in for perhaps a count of 4 and then out for that same count. So just letting your breath be nice and even here. Just continuing to check back in. Feeling your sitting bones, maybe noticing your hands. Sometimes they like to grip and hold on. Shoulders, allow your forehead to broaden. Just again, letting go of whatever happened before this, whatever has to happen later. Just kind of committing to being here. From that place, perhaps setting an intention for your practice today, whatever you need it to be. And then bringing palms together, letting thumbs rest right at heart center, and taking just a tiny little moment to feel the texture of your palms as they touch together, the temperature, just that full awareness of hands touching, palms touching, and then take in a full inhale, hold the breath in. Long, slow exhale out through the nose. And then go ahead and ease the palms down, and we'll stay seated for a moment, but I'm going to back up. We'll go ahead and just start to circle the torso around, starting to create a little bit of movement there in the spine. Go as fast or as slow as you would like. And then let's go ahead and reverse, move in the opposite direction. Going at your speed, at your pace, just giving yourself full permission to do that. A couple more rotations here. And slowly come all the way back up to center. Take in a big inhale. Also exhale. And we're going to inhale, reach and stretch the arms all the way up. And then exhale, let's bring the right elbow underneath the left elbow. You can either just hold opposite shoulders here, or if you want to eagle wrap, you can do that. And take a moment to lift the elbows up and then just take some nice deep breaths back behind the heart, finding this expansive place. Really sending the breath back behind the heart. Nice and deep in and out of the nose. And then we're going to unwrap, bring the hands down. Just sit for a moment and notice all that blood flowing. And then let's circle the shoulders. Let everything flow back and down through the arms. And then let's reverse, move in the opposite direction. And then let's inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to exhale. This time, bring the left elbow under. Again, you can hold opposite shoulders or eagle wrap. And then we'll inhale to lift those elbows up. Take some nice deep breaths back behind the heart. Just feel everything flowing, moving. And then slowly unwrap. Hands come down. Again, pausing, noticing, let all that blood flow back down and through. And then we'll circle the shoulders around again, creating some nice movement there. And then let's go ahead and make it to the mat. So we'll just come to table pose. So grab any props that you need for your practice today. And right to table pose, and we'll start to just move through a little bit of cat-cow here. We can, just like we did with the circling, make this your own. So as slow as you want, as fast as you want, just letting yourself move through here. And choosing to maybe pause anywhere you'd like to pause. Good. And then from here, we're actually going to go down to the belly for just a moment. So go ahead, make your way down to the belly nice and slowly. We're going to do 3 cobras. So thumbs in line with chest, tops of feet to floor. Go ahead and inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come on down. And last one, inhale it up. And exhale back to child's pose. So coming back to your very first child's pose today, letting your forehead rest on the earth and just really, again, feeling the earth below you. It's kind of this cold, rainy day here. And so sometimes those days are just nice to kind of really allow yourself to get grounded, feel the earth below you, feel your body breathing. And really just getting in touch with what is. Good. And we're going to inhale, come on up to table again, moving around as you want. I'm going to hip circle a little bit. So if you want to take hip circles, sometimes it's nice to walk those hands forward, one hand print. If you'd rather just stay with your cat-cow today, go ahead and do that. Reverse, if you're circling, going the other way. If you're in your cat-cow, you can add a little variation there if you want to, need to. Good. Let's come all the way back up to table. And then from table pose, we're going to reach and stretch the right leg back behind you, flex through the right foot, and then bring the right knee on out to the side and take some really big hip circles here, just getting everything nice and warmed up today. Why not? And then circle in the opposite direction. And if you keep your foot flexed, you may notice a little bit more activation of the outer hip. Good. And then let's step that right foot through between your hands. A little more warm up here. So have your right foot, left knee about hip width apart, and then you just come forward and back and in and out of that hip, left hip. Checking back in with your breath. We're going to move into a twist. So you can take the left hand down and then reach right arm up. Just a little simple twist. If you want something else, you can do a prayer twist. You can also flex the right foot, let the right knee come out to the side. And you're welcome to kind of move around in this a little bit if you want to. You don't have to be completely still, just tuning in. And even in this shape, feeling the earth below you, the palm touching the floor, perhaps the knee, the foot. Nice expansive breath here. Good. Start to bring the right hand down to the floor. And then we're going to wiggle those hips back, flex through our right foot, straighten right leg, baby Hanuman, just fold over the leg. To the nose. Let yourself just kind of deepen out over this leg. Slow, steady breath. Nice. Let's bend back into right knee. Bring those hands to earth. We'll slowly come down to the belly, just one back bend at this time. So thumbs in line with chest, tops of feet to floor. Inhale to your cobra. And then exhale back to your child's pose. So coming back into this space. Once more, sensing the earth below you. Maybe even lengthening those exhales out a little bit more, just this surrender. Yeah, kind of the mood on these colder, rainy days is just the letting go. Allowing the process that nature needs to take place. Let's inhale slowly back up to table. Again, move through a little cat cow. Just kind of integrate everything thus far. And then find neutral table. We'll reach the left leg back, flex through left foot, and then bend the left knee, bring it out to the side, and then take some really nice big hip circles here. Again, emphasis on flexing that left foot. Good. And then let's reverse, moving the knee in the opposite direction. Good. And we'll step the foot through. Same thing we did on the first side. Find your ideal distance and then hand up on the knee and just move in and out of that right hip. Make sure you're still breathing as smoothly, that's a word, smoothly, as you can, in and out of the nose. We're gonna come forward again, find that twist. So however you twisted on the first side, do that here. Reach and stretching a left arm up, nice deep breaths in and out of the nose. Now we're going to slowly bring the left hand down and then wiggle our hips back, flex through left foot, fold over left leg. Breathe in and out of the nose. Good. Just let those long, slow exhales fold you over a little further, a little more. And we'll come forward into the left foot. Bring those hands down. You can do a little baby knee down plank, or you can skip it, come to the belly. Inhale to your cobra. And then exhale back to your child's pose. Go ahead, settle down, and then it's kind of a fun little practice to do every time you come to the same pose, child's pose. Noticing something different. Perhaps this time it's the feeling of breath really entering, expanding into the lungs, the rib cage. Good. And then we're going to come back to table. You can stay here in table or make your way all the way up and back to a down dog. So either one is fine, table, down dog. And if you're in either one, your table, you can cat cow, you can hip circle. In your down dog, you're welcome to pedal out the knees, bend the knees one by one. Gonna do what you need to do here. Good. And from your whatever pose you've chosen, whatever shape you're in, we're gonna find our way to reach the right leg back behind you, bend the knee, open the hip. So you can do that from table or down dog. Just give that hip a nice big stretch here. And then step the right foot through. Good. And then from here, we're going to bring those hands up onto the hips. You can also have your left knee down if you would like to, totally fine. And we're going to go back and eagle wrap those arms. So arms up, and this time we're going to take left elbow underneath right. You can also hold opposite shoulders. We'll inhale, lift the elbows up, and then this time we're going to bring the elbows, everything down. Okay, so big stretch here. Really let those hands, and again, you can hold opposite shoulders to do this. You can have left knee down. Just take a few more breaths here. Just a lot of compression going on. Good. Let's stay low. Unwrap those arms. Frame that right foot. If your left knee is down, lift it up at this time. And then we're going to step the left foot in a couple footprints for pyramid. Straighten out the right leg. Fold over that right leg. Nice deep breaths in and out of the nose. Slow, steady breath. Just allowing yourself to fold deeper and deeper. And breathe deeper and deeper. Good. Nice. And then we're going to press into right foot, step that left foot forward to meet it. Find forward fold at the front side of your mat, and then just let yourself hang here. Notice right leg versus left leg. You can sway a little bit. You can interlace hands at the base of the head and kind of let those elbows pull you down. Just doing whatever feels really good here. Good. And then drop the hands down. Let's inhale, lengthen torso. Exhale, fold. And plant your palms, bend your knees. Let's walk back to a plank, or you can just skip it, lower straight down to the belly, or do a knee down plank, and then come to the belly slowly. Just one little back bend here. Inhale. Exhale back to child's pose. And again, just noticing maybe something different. Maybe the body is one. Just with every exhale, just getting a little heavier, releasing a little bit more. Good. Let's inhale, table. Again, stay in table or move your way all the way up and back to down dog, finding movement or stillness, whichever is calling to you today a little bit more. Just favor that one.
Reach and stretch left leg back behind you. Bend the knee, open the hip. Again, you can do that from table or down dog, whichever one you want to do here. Good. And then let's step the left foot through. And go ahead and come on up to your lunge. Again, you can leave the right knee up or down, totally up to you. Just find whatever feels the most stable today. And we're gonna reach arms up, inhale. Exhale, this time the right elbow under the left. Inhale, lift the elbows up. And again, you can hold opposite shoulders. And then exhale, go ahead, come on down. You don't have to go down as far as I'm going. You can have your right knee down. Try to relax the back of the neck. So getting into those hips, getting into back behind the heart, just breathing deeply. Good. And then nice and slowly, we'll unravel hands, arms. Go ahead, frame left foot. If right knee is down, lift it up, and then you'll step right foot in a few footprints, and then fold over left leg. Finding pyramid pose, just breathing deeply in and out of the nose. Doing your best to just be here. Noticing any gripping, anything happening in the hands, arms, shoulders. Just a couple more breaths here. And staying connected to the floor. This time we'll press into that left foot and step the right foot forward. And notice again, as soon as you get there, right leg versus left leg. And then if you want to move around a little bit, you can. If you want to sway, go for it. Good. Nice and slowly, let's inhale, lengthen torso. Exhale, fold. We're gonna plant palms, bend knees, step it back to either a regular plank or you can just drop those knees down straight away, whichever works best for you. And then we'll come down to the belly, nice and slowly, either way. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale back to child's pose. Letting your body relax, be nice and heavy there, held on the floor. Lengthening out those exhales. And then from here, we're going to do a little thread the needle. So if you know you like thread the needle from hands and knees a little bit more, you can do that. You can also try this. So you'll crawl the right hand forward, lifting that arm up, and then you're going to bring the left arm to the floor, left shoulder to the floor. You can turn your head if you want to. It's just kind of a deeper thread the needle. So again, if this doesn't really feel good or work well, just go on up to hands and knees and you'll thread the left arm under. And if you're in child's pose, you can widen your knees a little bit more. Sometimes that kind of gives you a little bit more leeway, a little more space. Good. And we're going to slowly bring the left arm forward. We're going to pause, bring the forehead down, take some nice deep breaths here. Notice left versus right. Let all that really wash through. And then we'll start to crawl the left hand forward and we'll bring that right shoulder down to the earth. Breathing there.
Allowing yourself to just get really nice and heavy. Good. Nice. And then we're going to slowly bring the right arm, right hand forward. Find child's pose again, forehead resting. Just this nice little place to drop down and notice. And then slowly make your way up to table. We'll take a little movement here, a little cat cow, just because we've been in child's pose for a while. So do what you need to do here, move everything around. And we're going to make our way back to downward facing dog, coming up and back. Nice deep breaths. Or you can stay in your table pose if that's easier, better. Good. And then we'll, from either table or down dog, again, take that right leg back behind you, bend the knee, open that hip. If you're in down dog, sometimes it's nice to bend the left knee, pull outer left hip back a little bit. Check in with those hands. Make sure your shoulders aren't twisting too much wherever you are. And then right foot comes through. You can always lower your left knee. Inhale on up here. Okay. And then this time we're going to find a twist. So you can just take a twist with the left hand down, right arm up, or if you want to take a prayer twist, you'll bring your hands in prayer, start to lean the body forward, and then bring the left elbow over the right knee. Okay, so finding a twist that works well for you. Breathing deeply. Keep pulling the outer right hip back. Keep the neck long, the eyes nice and soft. Nice, soft, gentle breath here. Slowly unwind. Hands framing right foot. One more pyramid pose. So bring the right leg to straighten, left heel down. If your left knee was on the floor, go ahead, lift it up. Lengthen out over the right leg. Soften the neck, the face, the jaw, wherever you can. Good. And then something a little different from pyramid than we usually do. We're going to start to bend into the right knee. Take that left foot back for warrior two. So right heel to left arch. Come on up to warrior two. I'm facing away from you guys, but it's all good. Just 5 breaths here. Widening the right knee. Really, probably feeling a lot in that right hip. Don't worry, we won't be here too long. So soften the eyes out of our right middle finger. Breathe deeply. In and out of the nose. All right, let's cartwheel the hands down around the right foot, pivot to the ball, the left foot, step it back to either a plank or a knee down plank, totally up to you, or skip everything. Everybody, let's lower to the belly. Good. Inhale to your back bend. And then exhale back to your child's pose. Again, finding the weight of your body, resting on the earth as best as you can. Slow, deep breaths. And you may notice a big difference here between right hip and left hip.
Inhale up to table. Again, take a little movement here, a little cat cow if you want to, need to. And then we'll go right on up into down dog. Hips going up and back. Nice deep breaths. And if you're staying in table, that's fine too. You can always move around there. And then from either table or down dog, left leg comes back behind you. Bend that knee, open up the hip nice and high. Little bend in the right knee if you're in your down dog. Good. And then let's step the left foot through. We're going to go ahead, come on up to your lunge. You can also leave the right knee down if you want to or need to. We're going to come into your twist. So you can reach up, bring right hand down, left arm up, or you can come into prayer twist and then bind right elbow over left knee. Just find a nice deep twist here. Nice deep breaths in and out of the nose. When you're ready, we'll unwind, frame left foot. If your right knee is down, go ahead, lift it up. We'll come to pyramid here on left side, the left leg forward. Folding out over left leg, back of neck nice and long. Nice full deep breaths in and out of the nose. Good. Awesome. Now we're going to do again, that's something a little bit different. We'll start to bend into the left knee. Going to move that right foot back for warrior two, cartwheel on up. Inhale, just 5 breaths here. It's a little different. Just really strong. Press down through outer edge of right foot. Get that right hip nice and open. Look gently out over left middle finger. Soften the eyes. Exhale, maybe coming a little deeper, breathing a little deeper. Now on this side, we're going to bring the hands to hips or waist, straighten out left leg, turn those toes. So check out your feet to make sure they're parallel to the outer edges of the mat. And inhale, chest and heart lifts. Let's exhale down to a wide-legged forward fold. So here, maybe you feel contrast, left leg, right leg, the hips, but in a different shape versus child's pose. Making this pose yours, doing whatever you'd like to do with it. And then we'll inhale. Bring hands to hips or waist, come all the way up slowly. Nice and slowly. And then we'll heel toe, closer, closer. We're gonna go down to Malasana. So heels in, toes out. And then go ahead, come on down to your Malasana. It's really getting into those hips today. So you can use any props that you need there at home, blanket below heels, anything at all.
And as always, come out early if you need to. No requirement to stay here, no gold stars, any of that stuff. We're going to take a little open twist here. So left hand down, right arm up. You can stay here, or if you want to bind a little bit, you can do that. Grab the hands together, pulling the right knee back. More, more, more. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Let's come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing the right hand down, left arm up, staying here. Or again, you can play around, grab that bind. And either one, you're going to really press the left knee back, widen the hip. Bring our hands together, heart center, nice. And then we're going to just come down to the floor. Whew. Ooh, all right, wow. Bring those feet out, and then we'll windshield wiper knees side to side, letting all of that nice integration happen. We're going to make our way to lie on the back. We're going to take one bridge pose. Go ahead and find your place where your feet are below those knees. Come on back. And then we're going to press the feet down and lift the hips up. Bridge pose. You're welcome to interlace those hands, walk the shoulders underneath you if you'd like to. Slowly come all the way down. Take a little neutral position here. Pulls the feet together, knees open, Supta Baddha Konasana. Connecting, feeling of the body with the earth. Where do you feel the breath in this place? Is it in the belly? Go ahead and bring the knees to hug into the chest. You can find some stillness here, or you can rock side to side, whatever works best for you. And just bring the hands on each of the knees and kind of roll them towards one another, away from one another, just after all that kind of deeper, more vigorous work on the hips, bringing a little bit of that synovial fluid back in and through, and then circle the other way. So circling. We're going to bring the right leg, right thigh to hug in. You can have the left foot on the floor with the left knee bent. That's a nice place to start. And then you can always play around with stretching the left leg all the way out. If at any time it starts to cause an issue in your low back, then you'll just bring the left knee back to the earth, but really try to hug that right knee up towards the right armpit, just giving yourself a nice compression there. gonna interlace the hands at the top of that right thigh and then reach the right heel towards the ceiling. You can also play around with walking the hands up the leg a little bit, or even grabbing the right big toes. Or if you have a strap or belt there at home to loop up the right foot, you can do that. Good. And then you can do this next thing with either grabbing big toe, or you can have the knee bent, okay, or you can have the hand behind there, but we're going to start to pull that right leg out to the right. So opening up the leg. So doing this however you want to. You can have your right knee bending, pull behind the leg, anything you want to do, just opening up that right hip. We're going to bring the right leg all the way back up. We'll bend that knee back in. And then we're going to bring the right foot down and then bring the left foot down. And then we'll windshield wiper those knees side to side just to integrate that side. We'll do a twist after we do the left side. So don't worry, we're going to do a twist. Sometimes that whole little series incites an automatic wanting to twist. Come back to center. We'll leave the right foot down and then we'll bring the left leg in. Again, you can just stay here like this, or if you'd like to, you can reach the right heel out to the floor. Sometimes it helps to flex that right foot. Bring that knee up towards the armpit. Some nice deep breath. Extend the left heel towards the ceiling. So however that looks for you, you could simply stretch the left leg up. You could walk those hands up the leg. You could grab the big toe, or if you have a belt or strap or something there at home to loop up the left foot, you can do that. And just check in with the shoulders and the face. You don't want to let those guys get too crunchy. Let there be some space. Open up the leg. So however you did that on the first side, you'll do that here. Just get the leg open. Sometimes it's nice to place the hand on the opposite hip, so the right hip on this side. Let's bring the left leg all the way up. Bring right foot down and left foot down. And then arms out, T cactus, whichever one. Windshield wiper those knees. Letting everything unwind, unravel here, integrate nicely. And then we're going to end up with a little knee down twist. So you can give your knees a nice little hug in before we twist. You can move around again, give yourself a little massage, whatever works best for you here. Let knees come out and over to right, and you can look left if you want. If you have a different twist variation that works better for you, go ahead and do that. That's fine too.
inhale to center. Move on over to the other side. Okay, you can look right if that's okay with your neck. Come back to center. Do any little final movements here you want to do before finding Shavasana. I'm actually going to sit today for Shavasana. I'm going to lead you guys through. So find your comfortable resting place. You guys don't have to sit. I'm just doing that because it's freezing in my basement today and I can't lay on the floor. So finding any props that you need to support yourself. Once you have found that resting place that you'd like to be in for relaxation, just begin to close your eyes if they're not already closed. Come back into sensation of just noticing breath. Just feeling every inhale and every exhale. Maybe you play around for the next minute or so with length of breath, choosing to let your breath be equal and even. Maybe you even let your exhale linger out a little longer than that inhale. Just choose a pattern and be conscious about it for, like, let's say the next minute here, just consciously either even breath or extended exhale. And then just over the next few breaths, start to let go of any just conscious awareness of your breath pattern. Start to allow it to be a bit more natural. With this natural breath, start to come back into the body. First, noticing the hands. If there's any softness you can bring into those hands, any openness, and doing that here. As a symbol of being able to release and receive simultaneously. Coming into the feet, the soles of the feet. Same thing, bringing any softness that you can there into the feet, allowing them to just rest. Coming to the ankles, calf muscles. And there'll be a nice heaviness there. Upper thigh bones nice and heavy. Hips nice and heavy. The belly just gently rising and falling here.
natural flow of breath, that natural rhythm, traveling up to the chest, the heart, upper arm bones nice and heavy, elbows in the forearms, and feeling the breath in the upper back, that expansion, release, back of the neck lengthening, back of the head, coming up to top of head, just feeling this sensation of warmth here, allowing it to spread over and through the entire body. Feeling your body just breathing. Inhale, the exhale, the heaviness of the body resting on the earth, once more feeling the earth below you. If there's any other places that you can allow to be heavier, more relaxed, more held, just surrendering at this moment. Or perhaps as you surrender, lingering in this place of exhale, it's gentle letting go. Just choose to stay here as long as you like, as long as you want, long after I stop talking. If you'd like to start to move a little bit here, you'll start to reach arms and legs. Just gently starting to let the body move. And start to bend those knees, hug knees into chest. Roll to your favorite side, just pausing there for a moment. From the side, making your way up to comfortable seat. In this seat, just feeling yourself sitting here, feeling your body breathing. Bringing palms together, letting thumbs rest right at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Again, just this place, noticing the texture, temperature between palms. Resting. Taking in a big inhale, long, slow exhale. Jai Bhagwan. Namaste. Thank you for coming, practicing. It's lovely to have all of you. This cold, rainy day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, guys.